Madison, Wisconsin. Asking people what they think. An opinion on the fact we're bombing Iraq again.
But you know how the United States is. We get in everybody's business, and we don't supposed to do that. We the greatest, the biggest country it is, but we don't supposed to be over there.
Would you agree the United States spends more money bombing people over in other countries than it does taking care of its people here in this country?
Oh yes, it does. It does. You know, I would sit here and say, I live on the streets every night, every day. I'm on the streets. You don't have housing for us, but you go over there and you bomb different countries and leave them homeless. You know.
Just an example, like right down the street, we have a new library they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on, if not millions of dollars on. And this city doesn't even have a city-run homeless shelter.
Millions
of dollars on this library.
Millions of dollars on that library.
And we don't have a homeless shelter, a city-run homeless shelter.
You don't want to give a homeless a place to stay. And that's fucked up.
If you were talking to people all throughout the rest of the country right now and you were explaining it to them, could you please explain to people in the rest of the country how it works in this town that the homeless in this city get, what is it, only a certain amount of days per year in the shelter?
We get 60 days a year, and that's it. Once your 60 days is run out, you're through.
So we're talking about people that are going to be stuck in extreme cold, extreme heat.
Well, extreme heat, extreme weather. Once your 60 days runs out, you're through. And that's just being plain truthful.
Is it fair to say that Paul Soglin is not doing enough to help the homeless?
Paul Soglin ain't doing enough. He's not doing enough. Because you know what though? You got more homeless people coming from different directions everywhere. They come right here to Madison. You know what I'm saying? And once they little 60 days run out, they out here on the streets like everybody else is. And that is really fucked up.
I agree.
On that, I'm through with that.
Thank you, Moses. Here we are, Madison, Wisconsin. End of August, 2014. What do you think of the fact that we're sending troops back to Iraq?
I don't think about that situation. It's heartbreaking. I can't believe that they would do things that will allow people in America with families to grieve over someone who they have created on this planet for a false sense of well-being. Lives are lost for no reason.
Thank you.
All right.
You have an opinion, anybody? Anybody have an opinion?
I'm sorry, what?
The fact the United States is bombing Iraq again? On that at all?
Nope.
Any opinion on the fact that we're bombing Iraq again? Anybody?
We should come back.
To Iraq?
No.
No.
Oh, to the United States.
Yeah,
I've actually never started this whole thing in the first place.
Right?
All right. Not sure who started it.
You know, at some point you just kind of stop paying attention because it's not good.
No, I'm not sure what's going on over there, except it looks like a small number of militants are taking a hold of a large pieces of territory, and I'm not sure how that could be. So there's something strange going over there. I think we're not being informed of the whole story.
That's probably the case. Thank you.
I have buddies who are there. I have buddies who've been there, and they all think it's a tragic situation. None of them want to go back, but they're willing to do it for our country and for the people there, because obviously it's a terrible situation.
You know what? I think sometimes the United States just mind their own business. We tend to get involved with anything that we want to, anything that we can. But I think sometimes we just need to take a step back approach and let things happen the way they should and not be the world's cop.
Thank you for your time, sir.
No problem.
My thoughts about Iraq are that my boyfriend is in the Marines and I'm nervous for him to go over. Every time we listen to the news, he's nervous that he has to go. And I've asked him numerous times if he's ever nervous about it, but not until recently has he been concerned about it.
Thank you. The fact that we're sending troops back to Iraq. What do you guys think about the fact we're sending troops back to Iraq?
I don't know. I'm going with, so. Go back to Iraq.
You're pro-war, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely, he says. He gives the thumbs up to the idea of just bombing Iraq. He's thumbs up on that. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about the fact that we're sending troops back to Iraq, that we're bombing Iraq again?
Ooh, it's a bad decision.
See, okay, they were the opposite of that guy. That guy just gave me the thumbs up on it. So, okay, thank you for your time, sir. It's 2014. For fuck's sake. And I just saw a man on the street give a thumbs up to the idea of bombing and killing Iraqis.
No opinion.
I don't know.
Sir in the American flag shirt, do you have any opinion on the fact we're bombing Iraq again?
No.
But he wears the American flag. Do you have any opinion on the Iraq situation? The situation in Iraq?
Fuck war.
Thank you for your time, sir. Thank you for your time. I appreciate that. The veteran who said, fuck war, as he gave me the middle finger, but I think it was more directed at war. All right. That sums up. About the fact that we're bombing Iraq again.
Bombs suck. All bombs suck.
Thank you for your time, sir. You guys have any opinion? Does anyone have any on the matter?
What's the matter?
Iraq. It's a country.
It's too deep for me right now.
Okay. Somebody out here might share their opinion. I don't know. Possibly. Do you care to share your opinion about Iraq? Somebody's going to share their opinion. It will happen. The fact we're sending troops back there, the fact that we're bombing it again?
Okay, so you want my opinion? What's going on with Iraq? I don't know and don't give a fuck. My concern is what's going here in this sick ass America. All this shit is sick. You know what? Politicians are sick. The government is sick. And how I feel, they can suck my motherfucking dick.
I second that notion. What do you think about what's going on in Iraq? Iraq? Does anybody care to share their opinion on this matter? We're currently bombing Iraq again. We're sending troops back to Iraq again. Do you have any opinion on this?
It's bad, not a good idea, because we already did that and it did not go well.
Thank you for your time. Anybody else care to share their opinion? I need people to tell me what they think about what's going on in Iraq right now. The fact that we're bombing Iraq again, the fact we're sending troops back to Iraq again. What do you think about it?
You know, Iraq is not a good place. It's very corrupt, you know. It's just unclean. It's very unclean, you know.
No, ISIS is taking over, and it's sad that we had to destabilize the entire area, and now we're like going back to like, it's sad that we can't accept that once we've created democracies in areas, if people don't get elected that we don't like, we can't choose, because it's their human right to vote. We can't choose who we want to be in office, and it's kind of ridiculous that we're keeping tyrants in power and just destabilizing the entire region. And I don't want to say justifying the actions of this like terrorist organization, but getting them to the point where they can actually be like this. And now we have people leaving America going over there, and they're going to be coming back and probably, you know, terrorizing us. Like, I don't know, what do you, is that kind of cool or?
Well, I just grabbing the opinion of people on the street. I mean, are you saying that you don't think sending troops back to Iraq helps install a government? I mean, do you think we can install some sort of a government there, or do you think it's an unwinnable war?
I mean, honestly, I mean, I don't know, but like, we can't leave these poor people that are trapped in Iraq right now. I think they need humanitarian aid, and I feel bad that we're bombing, people again in Iraq, but it might be something that we have to do. We might have to go in there with military force. It just seems like we always destabilize it more than we fix the problem. So,
okay. Thank you for your time.
Anything about Iraq? I believe they should stop trying to come at the U.S. Okay, cool.
Do you not even know what's going on?
No, I don't know what's going on in Iraq.
Okay, will you tell me what's going on really quick?
Well, the fact that we're sending troops back there to start.
Okay, honestly, fuck America for sending troops back to Iraq. Like, fuck you guys. I'm Pakistani.
What do you think about the drone bombings in Pakistan?
Fuck that. Seriously, that's just disrespectful.
Would you agree it's a completely illegal thing for...
It's completely illegal.
Here we are with Dave, and the issue is Paul Soglin.
Paul Soglin and me have a bit of a history. When I found out he was going to close a homeless shelter over on 800 East Washington, I was furious with him. In fact, I stood right in front of him, pointing my finger in his face and said, "I'm going to kick your ass," which wasn't too smart of me.
When was this?
This was about 2.5 years ago. And since then, I've come to understand he is trying to do some things for homeless people, like build low-income housing, which is a great idea, I think. I was involved in a tiny houses project, which is good too, but it's not really addressing the problem because you're not taking the numbers of people off the street. It's only a very few people, and it's turned into a club.
So, at this point, does the city have a city-run homeless shelter?
Yes, they do, but the thing is way overtaxed. People sleep in a single room, and that's a mistake, because when you have people without privacy, they're already stressed out, that's going to make things worse. They need a system which treats them as human beings, not just numbers of welfare people to be processed.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.